On July 19, 1545, King Henry VIII of England's prize warship the Mary Rose sank after being struck by a large wave while engaging the French in battle. As the Mary Rose ship rested on the bottom of the harbor, silt quickly covered the wreckage, perfectly preserving items on board, including nearly 3,500 arrows. This incredible time capsule gives us a window into that period in archery history when the English yew warbow would soon be replaced by cannons and gunpowder. Archaeologists have recovered the Mary Rose archery equipment, allowing us to accurately recreate the Tudor-style arrows that were used in English naval battle over 500 years ago. In this video series, we will show you step by step how to make a Mary Rose style arrow. Arrow shafts found on the Mary Rose were made out of several different types of wood, including poplar, aspen, birch, oak, beech, and ash. For this arrow, I'm going to use Oregon ash, a tree commonly found growing in flooded areas. When selecting wood for an arrow, look for a tree with straight grain and few knots. With an arrow length of 30½ inches long, I will be able to get 2 bolts from this trunk, which will produce dozens of quality arrows. After the wood is split, it is ready to be stored in a dry place to season. Arrow shafts found on the Mary Rose were at least 1/2 of an inch in diameter. Some of these arrows were parallel, meaning they were the same diameter from point to nock. Others were barrel-shaped, meaning they were skinnier on the point and nock, but fatter in the middle. For this arrow, I'm going to use the tapered design, which was 1/2 an inch at the point and tapered down to 3/8 of an inch at the nock. Arrows were fletched with 3 primary feathers from swans, geese, or peacock. Because wild swans are protected in Oregon, I'm going to use the white feathers of the domestic turkey. The yew wood warbows used to shoot these arrows often exceeded 100 pounds in draw weight. To prevent the arrow from splitting on the string under this extreme force, a 2-inch strip of cow horn was inserted into the nock. Rabbit skin glue was used to secure the fletchings to the shaft. To make this type of hide glue, start with a rabbit skin. Take your rabbit skin and place it in some warm water that is mixed with ashes. The ashes will cause the hair to become loose. After a day of soaking in the solution, the hair can easily be pulled off the skin. The hide then can be laid on a flat board until it is thoroughly dried. To make glue, take your rawhide skins and place them in a pot. Then cover them with warm water. Allow them to soak and rehydrate for several hours. Next, place your pot on low heat and allow it to cook. After several hours, a sticky film will appear on the surface. Strain this mixture through a cheesecloth to separate your warm liquid hide glue. As your glue cools, it will become firm and resemble jello. Once set, this glue can be cut into cubes and placed in the freezer. To use this glue for arrows, simply reheat the cubes until they become liquid. Over time, destructive insects could eat the hide glue and destroy the arrows. To prevent this from happening, verdigris powder was mixed with the glue. Verdigris is a greenish pigment that forms through a chemical reaction when copper is exposed to acetic acid, forming copper acetate. Acetic acid is the colorless, pungent liquid acid that is the chief acid in vinegar. During medieval times, copper was hung over wine barrels to form verdigris. To make verdigris for your arrows, simply hang a piece of copper over some red wine vinegar to expose it to the vapors. Avoid getting the liquid vinegar on the copper. After a few weeks, you'll have enough verdigris powder to make a large batch of arrows. Silk or linen thread was wrapped around the feathers to help secure them to the arrow shaft. Arrows found on the Merry Rose had between 4 and 6 turns of thread per inch along the entire length of the fletching. This style of wrapping was also found on Otzi the Iceman's 5,000-year-old arrows. To learn step by step how to make an Otzi the Iceman style arrow, check out my previous video series. For an authentic Merry Rose style arrow, a hand-forged Tudor point must be used. I purchased my arrowheads from Hector Cole, who is a master arrowsmith and archaeological ironworker. On his website, you can purchase the Merry Rose style Tudor points or flashier medieval hunting points such as this swallowtail. In part 2 of this video series, we will show you how to take these materials and complete a Merry Rose style arrow.